Okay, these are the solutions to questions 6 to 8, which were indices questions. So question 6a, we had 12a cubed divided by 4a squared. So when you're doing this, you just divide the normal numbers as you always would have. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then a cubed divided by a squared, you subtract the powers. So 3 minus 2 is a to the power of 1. So it is just 3a. For 6b, it is 21x to the power 5 divided by 7x squared. Again, divide the normal numbers as you always would have. 21 divided by 7 is 3. X to the power of 5 divided by x squared is x to the power of 3. For C, we have got 50 b to the power of 5 over 10b squared. So really what's happening here is you've got 50b to the power of 5 divided by 10b squared. So 50 divided by 10 is 5. B to the power of 5 divided by b squared is b to the power of 3. For D, we have 100x to the power of 7 divided by 20x squared. So again, what's happening here is 100x to the power of 7 is being divided by 20x squared. 100 divided by 20 is 5. X to the power of 7 divided by x to the power of 2 is x to the power of 5. So there's your answers to question 6. Okay, now doing the same idea for question 7, and you multiply the normal numbers as you always would have, and then for your indices, you just, if you're multiplying index numbers which have the same base, all you do is add the powers. So 7a, we have 3x squared times 4x squared. 3 times 4 is 12, as it always was. X squared times x squared is, you add the powers, so it's x to the power of 4. For B, we have 9a to the power of 4 times 12a cubed. 9 times 12 is 108. A to the power of 4 times a cubed is a to the power of 7, and that's it. For C, you have 6y to the power of 5 times 5y to the power of 4. 6 times 5 is 30. Y to the power of 5 times y to the power of 4. Add the powers to give you y to the power of 9. So there's your answers, or solutions to question 7. Okay, question 8. We have got, first one, we have x to the power of 5 times x cubed divided by x squared. So just remember, when you multiply index numbers with the same base, you add the powers. When you divide index numbers with the same base, you subtract the powers. So this one, and I don't normally do this to be honest, but I will just show you the working out here. It's going to be 5 plus 3, x to the power of 5 plus 3, then minus 2. So that's really what's going on. I probably would have just written down the answer if I was doing this myself normally. But 5 plus 3 gives you 8. And then take away 2 gives you an answer of 6. So x, the answer, overall answer is x to the power of 6. Okay, in part B, one like this, the good thing to do is to sort out the numerator and then sort out the denominator and then find your overall answer. So the numerator, you have got x squared times x cubed times x to the power of 4. So x squared times x cubed, you would add those powers, that would give you x to the power of 5. And then multiply by x to the power of 4 would give you x to the power of 9. And your denominator is the same, it's just x to the power of 5. So you've now got x to the power of 9 x to the power of 9 divided by x to the power of 5. And you subtract the powers, giving you an answer of x to the power of 4. And our last one, same idea. Sort out your numerator and then sort out your denominator. Your denominator hasn't changed, it's just x to the power of 8. Your numerator, however, let's look at a problem that a lot of people are going to have in this one. You have x, a lot of people will say you have x squared, you have no power here, and they have a power of 5. So they would incorrectly write down x to the power of 7 here. That would be wrong, because here, this power, it's not written, but that power really is a 1. So I'm going to add that wee power in. Again, I wouldn't do that myself, but that's just with experience. But if you need to add that wee power in, do so. it's going to help you out when you're doing this. So now when you're adding these powers, you have x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 1, we now know, times x to the power of 5. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus another 5 gives you 8. So your numerator becomes x to the power of 8. Okay, and then here we can subtract the powers. 8 divided by 8 is 0, and we need to learn and remember anything to the power of 0 gives you 1, and that is your answer. Okay, so that was question 6 to 6, 7 and 8. All solutions done. There we go.